Okay. Sorry I didn't get this, but nothing much to see except for it's insulated. So now I'm going to start insulating this wall, because that is the bedroom wall, and it's just to add some sound deadening. You don't need to insulate it for warmth factor, just for sound. So the wires, went ahead and put the staples in to hold them in place so they're not loose and swinging and flopping in the wall. How it should be done. So now we can start to insulate it. Move this out of the way. I got some pieces of wood back there because on the back side, when I remove the base trim in the bedroom, when I do the new laminate flooring, there's going to be holes I'm going to have to patch, and that gives me a wood backing to do so. So that's why that's there. This is all good, ready to go. Cleaned out, vacuumed. Yeah, anyways, next time you see this, this will have insulation in it. You can see, it's insulated. Maybe you can tell on camera, maybe you can't. The sound in here, it's more deadened because of the insulation. It just sounds differently. But yeah, so this is insulated. I'm going to go ahead and grab my vapor barrier now, and I'm going to vapor barrier this. I can even start throwing some drywall up on these two walls. These other walls, they're not even close to being ready. I still got to do the floor. I still got to cut out the rotten parts, replace them, move the drains over to where I need them. And then this main wall, which I'll show you here in a second, I still got to take care of the cast iron drain vent pipe in here, remove it, replace that, do some restructuring of this wall, and bring in new supply lines for the sink, the toilet, and then the clawfoot tub that'll be here. I do got new drywall up on the ceiling. So that's good and taken care of. Okay. So, and you see that light's just hanging there. So, got that. Okay. Got the vapor barrier up. Okay. So we got some drywall up. It's looking pretty decent. I just have a couple screws in this, just holding this bottom one in for now. The rest of this is coming along. Obviously I got more screws to put in. I got to go around, and I got to make sure that all the screws are recessed properly. I am using one of these. You can see that. So I'm going to have to, so this end piece is just what it is. This is an extension. But you can buy these in a 3-pack. This thing doesn't really want to focus all that good, but you just have the tip sticking out enough so you get a little dimple, a dimpler, see? That's what it does. So you can get those in a little 3-pack, but not all of them are going to be dimpled perfectly. So I got to go over them. I'll just take a screwdriver and I'll just make sure everything is recessed in enough. The dimpler works, but it's not 100%. Okay, I did a little bit more here. No, I didn't catch it on film, unfortunately. Not that you really missed anything. If you remember what this kind of looked like beforehand, as you can see the nails. So there was a 2x6 bracing that went across. There they are. On there, up here. These are the new 2x6 I'm going to use for studs to reinforce the old ones. So this was removed. I had one up here, and I had one coming down, and actually another one going across the bottom. Use the Sawzall, right? Metal blade going between. Cut the nails on the one side, then you can bend it, fold it, pull it out. These nails I can knock out with a hammer. So this is what we got. I pulled some bracing out here. I pulled these little pieces that they made. This was to fill in the big notch they did. That's not going to cut it. So once this cast pipe is out, I'm going to go on the inside of this, up with a new 2x6. That'll be reinforced. And then same with this one here on this other side. I'm going to come down and that'll be reinforced. Because you can see with how much that's notched out, it's not really providing, well, really anything. So those will be reinforced. I'll show you how I do that when I get to that. The medicine cabinet that I'll have to build is going to go here, which means this stud is going to have to be cut. So it'll be cut here, and then cut somewhere up here, and then I'll have to make proper bracing and support to support this down. I'm going to move this electrical over. I'm going to put a stud coming up to support. Then I'm going to have a stud kind of on this side coming up. This will all be boxed in and then tied in up top. So all of it will be supported, kind of like you do a window frame or something. But this part of the stud has to be removed for medicine cabinet to fit in. See that hole down there? That's drilled fresh. That should be where the drain for the sink is. So it'll come up. I'll have one supply line coming up here, another one there. I'll have bracing that goes across. That gives something for the sink to actually bolt to. So I'll have to measure that and make sure on the height. So that's something I'll have to add in. Same for when I do the toilet. Somewhere up here I'm going to have to put bracing going across, because that's where the tank's going to mount to the wall. So I'm going to have a high tank toilet. You guys will see that process as it goes. But yeah, all that I need to figure out. This floor is rotting here. And so I got to now start cutting this section out. This heat register is going to be moved. By code, obviously, heat register is in the floor It's how it's supposed to be. However, I think it's stupid, and you can let me know in the comments why I'm wrong or why I'm stupid, I don't care, that a heat register is in the floor in a bathroom. Particularly right next to the toilet. Because that's the last thing you need is poopy water overflowing and getting down into your furnace. Because, yeah, that would just smell so great and be wonderful. So that will actually be being moved how I think it should be, at least in this bathroom. The bathroom floor, in my opinion, should be watertight. Kind of like a basin, shouldn't have any way out, except for an actual floor drain that you may have, which I'll be doing that as well. I'm going to come down with the new 2-inch ABS. It's going to cut over and down, and this is what's going to tie in to the sink. So you have a vent and drain for the sink. So on this part of the wall, it's going to be wide open till, you know, somewhere in the upper portion. That's where the 2-inch pipe will be. So definitely down below here, there's going to be nothing. Well, this has, as you can see, a big gaping hole where that cast pipe came through. Well, that gives me lots of room, especially since I have a 2x6 wall there, which I got lucky with, to actually come up here with my new heat register coming out. So I don't have to worry about the toilet or tub or anything overflowing. I'm going to have a floor drain, remember, so I don't have to worry so much about that. But I don't have to worry about it overflowing and going down the heat register because it's going to be in the wall protected. So that's what I got to do now. I start to cut this rotten floor out. This will also give me access when I come through here. There is a coupler that couples this cast iron to the PVC, and that needs to be disconnected instead of trying to reach through, because over here underneath the floor is the furnace room, and then I do have access through it, but it's somewhat restrictive because I don't have that much space to work with. So by having this floor cut out, which has to be cut out anyways because it's rotten and replaced, I can access this. I can access a lot of the plumbing. So this will be cut out. Okay, so thought I had a big C-clamp at home, couldn't find it, so I took my valve spring compressor instead. See how nice and tight that pushes everything together. The big gap opens up. Okay. No more huge gap. Everything's pulled together nicely. A lot more sturdy. It's good.